Yeah, it's layout oriented storage control. What we are planning to do. So one good thing is like, yeah, the entire credit of this session go to credit. Amal only, because he found out a simple and best way how to resolve the issue with ID point. So I really appreciate for that yesterday what he has found out on this particular point. But I will tell you what I'm going to help you to understand. Maybe you guys already know it, but it may be simple for some people, but it might not be done any kind of scenario till now. And yeah, looks like it can be a very good session for you guys, for some of you guys. So let's talk about layout oriented storage control. Okay, let me show you my screen and then help you to understand. So this is, you know this guys, this is the scenario where the basic concept of layout oriented storage control. So when you see this picture, we can really understand that. I'll tell you the one example. I have received a material in the GR zone, but my final bin is located in the second floor. I have to keep my material, which I received just now, has to be kept in the second floor. So what was planning to do is, first, it will go through ID point, and then going to the elevator, because it is a first floor, we are going to keep it at elevator, and then from elevator, it is going to destination storage there. So what is going to happen in the SAP system? You can see that this is a HU warehouse task, what it is showing out here. So from 9010, there is an open task will be created, that is called as an active task. Active task will be created first to the ID point, but there is an inactive task will be created. Inactive means waiting task. This is B. Warehouse task status will be B. And then this is from GR zone to destination bin. But as and when you confirm to your ID point, so there will be another active task will be created from ID point to bin elevator. But what will happen to this task? Because my HU has been moved to ID point, my waiting task still will be waiting task, but source bin is going to be ID point. So that means my inactive task now it shows sorry. Yeah, it shows from 0081 to storage type 0080. And as and when you confirm the elevator, the task, the inactive task shows as an waiting active task, and my source will become elevator to destination bin. Okay. So to do that, to achieve this configuration, standard SAP did not provide any much help on that, but yeah, yesterday Kamal has found out some glitch in the storage type 0081. What is going to happen is your configuration should be like this. From 2, and it is going to be intermediate. From 2, it is going to be like this. So this configuration has to be done. So to achieve this, how the configuration I have done, I'm just going to show you. Maybe Kamal is going to show you. So meaning, you can give n number of middle storage types. Like example, it is ID point and elevator. So you can also give elevator 1 and elevator 2 or any other storage type over here to achieve your n number of middle points. Like from here to ID point to elevator 1 to another bin, another bin to elevator 2 to destination bin. So like that, you can do n number of times your warehouse task confirmation, warehouse task creation. It is possible to achieve that without having any development or anything. Okay, that is what I would like to help you to understand. So maybe Kamal is going to show you what is the config he has done, and then what needs to be done in this case. I'll stop sharing my screen and then we can start.
Raju, can you for a moment remain in the screen? So one thing, right? When initially the waiting task would be created from 9010 to 80, right?
Yeah, there is a sequence number for this 9010 to 80 ID, this one, based on this table. Okay, this table, it says what is your source storage type and source storage group. First, system is going to check the access sequence whether all these entries are matching. HU type group, whole HU. If it is matching, it is going to pick up this entry and then move further. Otherwise, second, all these access sequences, it is going to be checked in the background. Right now, my situation will be kind of, where is this? It's not there. Only source and destination. Source storage type, destination storage type. That is my situation right there, this moment. So is there an entry like that? I think it was not mentioned, but yeah. What is source storage type? Maybe this one, destination storage type. XOR here, and then my inter will be follows. It follows maybe 32 or 33. I can make it happen. Okay. This is access sequence. Okay.
Raju sir, I have one small question. I tried a similar scenario like this, from the staging area to the ground floor, then the ground floor to mezzanine floor one step, and then the final step from mezzanine floor to the final put away bin. This is what the steps I created in the LOSC table. What happened was that inbound it is doing properly. But outbound, similarly, I taken from the final, from the picking bin to the first floor, then first mezzanine floor to ground floor, and ground floor to the outbound staging area. But what happening is it is again reading that step from the ground floor to first floor, and it is again creating the 2-3 task in the outbound area. I will show you in the end, but I have to delete that particular step for inbound so that it is working properly. Is that anything I need to do to differentiate between outbound and inbound?
Yeah, let's see. I mean, what you have done in the configuration.
Yes. And the second thing, it was not. It was always taking the full HU only. Even if you give the partial HU also in that table, it is always taking the full HU only.
Did you check
anyway,
this?
we'll see in the end.
Yeah. Have you seen this whole HU option?
Yeah, I selected this whole HU also, partial HU and whole HU option also, but it is not working. Unfortunately, it was not working for me. For whole HU is working, but partial HU was not working for me.
That's the
for
reason.
Example,
it should be product task should be selected over here.
Okay. I'll show in the end. Maybe I'll show in the system so that will have a good clarity on it. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
good. So, over to you, Kamal.
Yes, Raju.
Let me stop sharing. Sorry.
Okay.
Right after the above also is created, right?
Yeah.
81 to 56 AP.
And for the pick point also, yesterday, Raju, I created for the partial one also, how it will work.
Okay, good.
That also I can explain today.
Yeah.
if possible. Okay, see, what is the, anyhow, you all know this, but the key point, what I have understood with my experience is, it may be, like first we are talking about the put away. See, the how this entire configuration works, and the key point which I have identified is, see, for example, in this case, which we have just now explained, so this is the entry, like first entry, if you say 56A1 is my warehouse number, and starting point is number 9010, which is GR zone. And always in case of put away, always in case of put away, you have to make sure that the destination storage type or the group of destination storage type has to be mentioned here. That is the key. For this destination storage type, what all are the interim storage type and bin that you have to mention in this entry. Always the destination storage. For example, on first floor there are, let's say, 10 different storage types which need to be considered for the entire LOSC. So all those entries one by one you can enter as storage type over here, or you can create a group and you can mention the group here. That is also possible. So for example, 56 AP is on the first floor, from where I have to pick up. Final destination storage type is this one. So I'm starting from the first point, which is 9010. Destination is always 56 AP. And first point would be, it would move from GR zone to this 0081, which is interim, which is the ID point. Now, from ID point, after reaching the ID point, what is the next stage? What is the next interim stage? That system will derive from this. The second entry is from 0081, which is, one second, I'll pick up.
Right above that.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
This one is there. So second entry after this is 0081 to elevator, and then from elevator to the final bin. Now, try and understand, definitely, whichever is the entry, like for example, here there are two different interim stages. So only two entry required. If there are two stages, for example, the 9010 to 0081 and 0081 to elevator. Final task, which is from the final interim stage to the put away bin, it is not required, because by default it will work with the strategy. So only two entries are valid in this case. This first one is 9010 to 0081, and then from 0081 to elevator, and from elevator to final put away, automatically it will work with the strategy, because the inactive task is there. Automatically it will change the source and it will work fine. Now, if at all you have to add one more elevator or one more stage, then again it is exactly same. The last interim stage is elevator. From elevator, let's say some other place you have to move, that is again interim stage. Then from elevator, which this is the entry, from elevator again one more elevator we have entered, elevator 2. Then again from elevator 2 to final 56 AP storage type, automatically this will take up. So in this entire configuration, the important part is source, destination will remain same, and what is the interim stage that you need to enter. And the key point which I have identified, which was the hurdle, which we were not able to identify, this ID point or any interim stage storage type configuration is key. Storage type configuration, one key important part is which we were struggling. I'll show you.
Do you want to check that ID point in the storage type level or not required?
Yeah, it's required. It's required. I'll show you.
But it was working sometimes without that ID point.
No, I'll tell you. Okay. What is the key? And then if it is there in the default one, it is okay. But it was not there. I'll tell you what is the background. See, this was 0081 is the ID point. If you double click, see, anyhow, this role is important. By default, it will come in the standard, which is ID point. But the key point is this check, storage control and put away completion. It was there by default.
It should not be there because it will get confirmed.
Yeah.
The task will get confirmed.
Correct. That is the reason what we were struggling with. When you will confirm the first task, which is from 9010 to ID point, it will confirm and it will cancel the task which is waiting. And it will keep on repeating. If you create manual task also, it will keep on repeating in the loop. So any interim stage, it may be ID point, it may be elevator and second elevator. This is important, storage type, and then put away. It should not be there because it's an interim stage.
And remove that delete uncheck, delete stock identification also. Remove that also. That also should not be there in the.
That also should not be there. Yes.
Yeah. So this was the missing link, because any interim, if it is there, then if you confirm that task, automatically it will consider this put away is complete, Because of that, it will not consider any of the subsequent warehouse tasks.
A very good point. Actually, I struggled initially. Then only I realized it. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
And availability group also see that.
Yeah, availability group also, yes, you should.
It should not be there.
Yeah.
I think it can be there.
It can be there, but it should be 001. But at the end of the day, final put away, it will be 002.
Yes.
Yeah. These three things. So this was the thing. It was not there. Now, if you want, I'll run a cycle and we'll get a clarity. And apart from this, anyhow, we have the put away strategy, which will work.
So one thing here, like this means, as I can see, there are two options, right? Either the interim bin can be an ID point or it can be a pick point, right? So,
Okay.
means
See, pick point
can be both also.
For a while.
Sandeep,
just hold for a while. So
okay.
pick point again. I will go back to that entry.
Yes. And
because
it can be,
it's bit which is different. Source and destination concept will be different in case of pick point.
Yes.
He's going to explain that also.
Yeah, that I will explain. I'll show you this example, then we will talk about that pick point also.
No, so I was asking of ID point. So physically, how it's like means in the system. Okay, we are what I understood in the system, we have to. If I'm using it as ID point, I have to create a storage type and I have to make the role of ID point.
I'll help you to understand. Okay, I'll draw the picture and then help you. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Ravi.
See, now what we have configured three different interim stages. So 9010 to 9010 to ID point to elevator first, and then from elevator first to elevator 2, and then it would be final. So this example will show 1 second. What was the number? I guess 3 now.
No, select ERP number, right?
Yeah, ERP number only.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to recall that number.
Yeah.
See here, it is source and destination is final bin, right? If you see here, now if I'll confirm this, it will create two warehouse tasks. One is active, one is inactive. So I'll confirm this. I mean to say create the warehouse task. See, there are two warehouse tasks which got created. And I'll go to monitor and then we'll see how it is moving from one stage to other stage. This is the delivery with which we will monitor how it is working. So currently, if you see, this is the inactive task, which is GR zone to the final bin, and active task says GR zone to ID point, which was our configuration. If you see, this is the configuration which says 9010 ID point, which is 0081. So this way, now if I'll confirm this task, then one more task should create with ID point to elevator, first elevator. So let me confirm this. So it got confirmed. Accept. See, now if you see ID point to elevator first, which is the elevator 2. The bin is elevator 2. Now if I'll confirm, see, still active, this is active. And then if you see, the source got changed. Initially it was 9010, now it is ID point to final bin. So every stage, the source will keep on changing. And finally, if you confirm the final interim stage, the final source would be the final interim stage and then the final bin, which I was saying. Or you can keep on it.
This was Sandeep's question, right? Once you create the task, the source will change.
Correct. Yeah, this was the question. So if I'll confirm this again, if you see, observe, then it will again change. Confirm. See, now if you see, now it got changed from the elevator 1 to elevator, the last elevator. which we have added one more stage. So first interim stage, second interim, third interim, and now it got changed. Source got changed. For this to be confirmed, nothing required in LOC because it is by default, it will come from the strategy. So this one again, I will confirm. Now that task should be active. See, now this task should be, it is active. Now finally, it will make sure that the put away complete. So it is done. So in this, see, this was only for the put away, and the entire thing works in the same fashion. Now the key is, if you say so,
do one thing.
yeah.
Go
Yes.
to 81 and then keep these 2 tick marks, and then.
Okay. Yeah,
now
then
is
it will.
working. That's
Okay,
negative
okay.
test. Negative test.
Negative testing. Yeah. Okay.
Please try that. Yeah.
Which one? Two check mark?
That storage completion.
Okay. Okay. It'll get confirmed there. Yeah.
Yeah, it will confirm. It will cancel the next task.
Yes. Waiting task it will cancel. Task it will cancel.
And it will keep on loop, I know. If you confirm also, it will keep on loop. That was. See, this is the 81. So we will put this test. Okay. And save. Achha.
And check the delete tabs both.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if you run the same cycle, it will give you the struggle which we were facing. Everything is okay, but this tick was the issue.
When we copy from the standard storage.
Yeah, standards we copied from standard only.
Yeah. Everyone will do
not
it
there.
only. Yeah. That's. I also did the same. Okay.
I thought it should work. Why it is not working? Because I was getting this because why it is getting cancelled. So something in between is getting interrupted. So in that way, I was troubleshooting.
SAP didn't give a standard storage type for LOAC. Normally we copy from the other storage.
Yeah, correct. See, it's like you have, even though you have copied, but you have to manage the other parameters also. Make sure.
Yes.
Straight away, it will not work.
Kamala, in one delivery, if you add one material which goes through the LOSC and which doesn't go through the LOSC, you gave that storage type, right?
Correct.
So you were telling if it is at a different storage type,
yes.
Then if I exclude that one, then it will be. But if it is LOSC, means I'm just asking you. Okay, if for any reason a different storage type, then okay, if we exclude, okay, we need to group that, and if we assign that group, then okay, anyway, this will be excluded and it will not go, right?
Yes, that is the key.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the key. See, that is the reason normally for the real-time business scenario, you should create a group. One by entry, it would be huge entries altogether.
Yeah. It will be.
You can just create exception.
Yeah, correct. Create groups and so that because usually the storage type groups which will be like in a different section of the building, then it will all be a group.
Correct.
Yeah.
All be a group.
Grouping all
single entry.
Storage type together into one. Or else there'll be more number of line entries will be there in the LOC table.
Correct.
So just from my understanding, means what we are saying is that means in production there could be scenario, right? Because we are doing in the practicing right now, so we are only using one storage type.
Yeah.
But in the production scenario, the intermediate means they would not be relying only on one bin or something like that. They might have multiple bins which are intermediate, right? So for that we are creating a storage group.
No, not for interim. Not for interim. We are saying like on the
not for
floor,
interim.
Yeah, for the first floor. See, anyhow, first floor you have to use elevator always, right? For example. So everything whichever going to a first floor, it has to go through the elevator. So this is fixed, right, in physical scenario. So it means that first floor, all the storage types should be considered for LOSC, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Because the movement will always be through elevator. So what we are saying, for all first floor storage type, we should create a group and we should have one single entry, which will make sure that everything which is going to first floor storage type as a final put away, it will follow that route.
Okay.
Not the
So
interim.
what?
Interim, anyhow, you have to make sure that whichever interim stages are there, you need to make that entry with that group only.
What I'm
Kamal, what I understand from his question is, see, and there is one elevator. First elevator is there. Okay, if there are two different elevators side by side, okay, if he wants to choose which elevator, okay, is there any like, okay, multiple elevators or multiple pick points, ID points, okay, multiple. If there are multiple ID points, how it will be routing? But
Yeah, I think that there also you can group it.
yeah,
Because based on the storage type and storage type group, but remember that I think there is a storage type, not the storage type group available in the
Yeah. For interim, there is no group, huh?
Yeah.
Only for the picking and put away, you have the option for the source and destination. You have the option for grouping, not from the point of view of interim bin.
You can also do one thing. I mean,
Yeah.
if the bin is not available, it has to go to some other storage type. Maybe we can possibly do that elevator 1 and elevator 2 in the same storage type. If the elevator 1 is not available, elevator 2 in the same storage type will be going to the other bin. That may be possible. I think.
Yes. So,
yeah, but how are you going to group it? Are you
No,
going to
we are
group
not
it?
going to group
we will not group it.
Example,
Only
I'll-
storage type we will give. We will not give the
I'll
bin
tell you.
probably.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
tell you.
correct. You need to give only storage type. Yeah,
Yes.
one after the other, because there should be two
yes,
entries,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should be two entries, and sequencing is there. We can enter a sequence.
Correct.
I am not.
Correct.
Yeah,
If the exact
you can enter
entry is
sequence, right?
repeating, sequencing is there. You are right. Yeah.
Yeah. If it is repeating, then yeah, sequencing
Automatically,
is
it will take
required.
a second entry. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Correct.
will take a
Yeah.
second sequence.
Yeah.
If first sequence is
Yeah.
not working, because it is full, it is going to take to the second sequence.
Yeah, correct.
Now I'm creating the warehouse tasks which are expected.
No, my Kamal has become a MFS expert now, okay? You can answer
Nothing,
the
sir.
questions.
From you only, and this was the case. Just trying to find out the logical link, nothing else. So this is again two warehouse tasks got created, and we will see how it will all work. Now, as per expected, because if our logic is perfect, and it should give that error. That was the thing. Because why it was giving the error, then from that point onward, we were trying to figure out. So now in this case, what we are trying to achieve, there are two warehouse tasks, wherein the first task is again exactly same got created, GR zone to ID point. But this ID point storage type has that tick, which says that if you reach here, automatically that the process completes. Now, if I will complete the process here itself, then the subsequent task, which is inactive, what will happen to that task? So what system will do? System will cancel this task because system considered everything got completed here.
Yes, B will change to A.
Yeah. So if you confirm this,
PAL to 05 bin, this is actually in the final storage type bin, right?
yes.
So currently it's pointing to right, but it will just cancel this once we are confirmed.
Because in the intermediate stage, which is ID point, at this storage type, you have declared that because it's a final, it's getting treated as final bin.
Yeah.
Because if you confirm, automatically it will treat that this particular process got completed, put away completed.
Put away completed ID point level, so the waiting task will get cancelled.
Yeah.
Because system treat that it is completed. If you confirm this, I'll show you. See, this got completed and this got cancelled. If you see, current status is cancelled. Now you are stuck. See, this is the stage we were stuck in. Now,
Yeah,
no,
actually,
you will keep on doing what you will do in this case.
It taken for me 1 day to figure it out. I was whole day.
So what you can do now, you have to create manually from ID point to your palette again, and then it is going to create two tasks. Can you go ahead and check that? ADHU, copy the HU, and then create ADHU, create a task to palette.
Kamal, can you please show me the delivery status? Is the put-away completed or not completed?
Actually completed warehouse activity. See that?
Yeah. If you open that handling unit, the stock reference won't be there because it's already completed now. As per the
You can see in the top, you can see warehouse activity is partially completed. Okay, so
Oh,
put away is not completed.
Kamal.
Wait. No, not
Yeah,
this
put
one.
away you can see not completed.
See, if you see, I have just refreshed.
warehouse activity is completed, no?
Yeah, if you see.
Yeah, now warehouse activity is completed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
now if you scroll down, I think put away will also be completed, I believe.
do one thing, Kamal.
I'll tell you. Can you
Okay.
give me control? Just a second.
Yeah,
Go
I've
to
given
inbound delivery. Double click here, and there is an option over here. Display reference documents. Okay, and then I think there is nothing over here. It's a reference documents only.
Maybe we can open the HU one.
See this now?
No, sir.
Put away is completed. Put away completed. Goods is completed.
Put away is completed. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it is completed now.
What I was saying over here is, so when you double click, when you go to warehouse task or handling unit, no, handling unit is gone. Okay.
Yeah, it would be done.
Is completed, right? Handling unit is gone from this. Which is
Delivery reference handling unit is gone now. Yeah.
Copy. And then /n/stwm/adhu. Give the handling unit here. Execute.
You're doing workaround, sir?
Yeah, it's a workaround I'm talking about. If somebody has done this, so go to 5680.
No, you are moving it from you are moving manually from ID point to destination.
Exactly. Now what is going to happen? It is going to create two warehouse tasks. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and then go to monitor.
Oh, because of that intermediate elevator.
Yeah, because of LOAC.
Elevator.
Yes.
Yeah, elevator is there, right? Elevator.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of LOAC. I think in the ADHU there is one option is there. Storage relevant, storage control not relevant. If you check it, I don't think so. It will create two tasks. I think so. Raju sir, correct? In that ADHU.
Yeah. So here in the warehouse task.
Raju, you will not find it here. Means identification
is not find it because it is going to be H2, right? H2 control V execute. So with this HU right now, there are two tasks. Elevator 2 to this thing, and then confirm it in the background. Where it is going? It is going elevator 3 again.
Yeah.
Now it started working. The belt is, it got the secrets now. Okay. And then elevator 3. Okay. And then, like what Kamal is saying, is fulfilled over here when the ad hoc task is created. Okay. This is how. Yeah, that's a. I mean, one task creation automatically it will take you to the this.
Raju sir, I have one question. So I didn't check that in the storage type role. I didn't give as ID point or pick point for the intermediate, but I just maintained only in the LOAC configuration level. But still, it was working. So is it necessary to take the role of storage type as a ID point or pick point for intermediate in the storage type?
Right? Come on, we removed that, right?
No, we did not remove the role, sir. Role is still ID point.
No, 0081 you are talking about, or
intermediate. The role will be there, no storage type role. ID point.
We did not use that. I mean, ID point role is A, but elevator 1 and elevator 2 always normal storage types.
Yes.
Okay.
So which means you are right. That even though the role, if you change also to standard, all interim would be treated as interim if you just take that completion thing.
Then what is that role? What actually?
Additionally, what additional will come to ID point role if I'll put up?
Yes, that is what my question.
Yeah. That question still stands still, but just to run this cycle, it would not be.
I know because I run it without any role only. But I have doubt that what will happen if you have the role? Is there any additional things will come or something like that? Yeah.
So one thing.
Go ahead, Kamal, showing that other scenario pick point.
Okay. That configuration only I'll explain.
So, you were telling some partial this one also. Means you did partial put away something from the ID
no, I'll
point?
tell you from the pick point side.
Picking,
Picking.
Okay, picking.
That is in pick point.
yeah, not picking.
Picking partial palette whenever you want to pick.
సార్ మా వాడు చెప్పింది వాళ్ళకి 2 days అని చెప్పాట మనకి చెప్పింది 1 day చెప్పినాడు.
Sir, I have a small
మనం
doubt.
అయినప్పుడు లిమిటెడ్ చేసేవాళ్ళుగా అంటే 12
Someone can mute, please.
బండల్
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, okay.
అలా ఫీవర్ వస్తే ఇప్పుడు ఏమేమి వేసుకోవాలి కోవిడ్ బేసిక్ కి?
Mute.
Mute all
someone-
participants.
Yeah,
if
you
possible.
can mute.
ఓకే
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
can hear you.
before proceeding with the configuration, actually, I had a small doubt related to this last scenario.
Okay.
So, I can think of a visualizer scenario. So, let's say wherever we go, like if it is a big warehouse, basically we have multiple lifts. It's not
Okay.
like that we have only one service lift. You have multiple lifts. So basically what we do, we do storage type grouping. Suppose I am going in lift 1, so it will go for the entire left hand side, like I am going in the lift 1 on the left hand side. So it is we are considering to create the storage type group with all the storage type on the left, like left hand side of that particular warehouse. When I go into the middle list, I have this particular set of storage types. I can like basically consider this for lift 2, and third, like the third lift, I can consider it for like the other rest route storage type into one group in the right hand side. In this way, if I consider, so here your interim storage type will be again is different, like it will be elevator 1 or elevator 2 or elevator, that's fine.
Correct.
But because of some way, because of the capacity issue or because of some maintenance issue, if one of the elevator is for maintenance and I am just moving the left side HU with the second elevator, it should be moved with first elevator technically, but now we are moving it with the second elevator. So
Okay.
is there any access sequence related configuration you do, or just a kind of ad hoc thing? Okay, I need to use the elevator 1, but as of some disadvantage or like some of the issue that occurs very rarely, I'm using the lift 2, but
Okay.
we will not take that into the system consideration. But let's say business wants, I want that system to consider that thing. Is there a way to do that, sir?
See, then same entry you can do with the same, second sequence, right? With that second lift, right? That is possible, right? Here you need to make entry. I don't think so. Condition record concept is there.
But for that maintenance activity, you will not come here to change the configuration, right?
Yeah, I will give one solution for this. Okay, if it is a just temporary part, you will have some bins, right? For the first elevator, you block the bin temporarily so that the system won't determine that particular bin at all until you unblock the bin. So this can be done just for a temporary purpose.
But the second elevator need to be determined, right?
Yes,
Only I'm talking about the second elevator. You will maintain the table, as Kamal said.
Yeah,
you will
correct.
maintain the table.
Yeah.
So as Kamal said, suppose I have 3 elevators. So whenever I am taking the requirement, I'm prepared the blueprint.
Yeah.
So I have to take all the elevator into consideration so that my configuration will have all the elevators. So every intermediate entry will have 3 entries. For every single entry, we'll have 3 entries.
Yeah,
Elevator
to be on
1,
safer
elevator
side,
2,
yeah, you are right.
elevator
To be on safer side, if you put all 3 entries in sequence 1, 2, 3, then there is no harm. Then in this case, then no need to make entry. It would work fine.
Yes, in that
Just
case,
block
like
it,
the other friend said,
Yeah.
so suppose one is on maintenance, I can
Correct.
always put it on block for that particular bin, whatever bins on that elevator we consider. So
Yeah.
it will go to the sequence 2.
Correct. Correct.
So let's say I am using sequence 3 for that. I am not using sequence 2, I'll use sequence 3 for that.
Yeah.
In that case, as per the sequence, it will go to, but sometimes a little bit of like error margin will always be there, right?
Yeah. So in that case, like you're physically using elevator 3, but why you are not using elevator 2 if it is working fine? Any reason?
It's not that like.
Yeah,
End
see,
of the day, I'm telling, just the error of
Yeah.
margin is still there because elevator is just an elevator. Warehouse
correct.
task is like warehouse keeper will never go. Okay, I feel this is free. Let me go here.
I will tell one scenario in my previous project. So we
Okay.
have so many bins, intermediate bins, and we want to control certain HU type to go to certain bins. Like for example, we have 10 bins, 10 different storage type, elevator storage type or intermediate. It's not elevator for us. It was some other intermediate. Okay. So, but we want to control that the HU, we have multiple HU types. Okay. So this HU type, because we are taking through the conveyor only. Conveyor will not accommodate all the HU types, right? In a small box, it will
Right.
accommodate. It won't accommodate a pallet, similar like that, right? So
This will work.
yeah, we want to, what we done is that to achieve this, so we do not have the HU type here. You see that HU type is there, but it will
Yeah.
not work that extensively when you have multiple things. So to achieve this, we had a custom configuration for this. So that particular HU type for that particular thing, it goes to that particular intermediate storage type.
No, but this standard will also work in this, right?
Standard will work, but we have so many things in that.
Because see, if you see see same
HU type
thing,
is
if
there.
you want to make sure that particular HU
Yeah.
type or
Yes, maybe we can
a group
go
of
to
HU
the-
type would be considered for this, you can mention here.
It is a HU type group, I think so, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a-
Type,
Correct.
HU type. Look, HU type and HU type group both are different.
Both are, yes,
HU
exactly.
type group is carton. Let's say one
Yes.
group is carton.
Grouping of HU types, we can say, right? Similar to that. Yeah.
See, the way which we have discussed for the inbound, same way it will work for the picking, like for the outbound. Now, the key concept for the outbound side is initially we were saying the source to destination in case of inbound, wherein this was the key, destination storage type was the key. Now, in case of picking, it is opposite. Source is the key. For example, see, if you see these two entries, here I'm saying, and in this case, I have just considered one partial interim stage, wherein I'm saying the first stage is 56 AP, and here if you see, I have mentioned the partial removal of the product. I'm trying to achieve with this that if at all it's a partial HU, then this interim stage anyhow it will come into picture, which is pick point. After that, because one entire pallet I have removed, out of the entire pallet there are 100 quantity, 40 I will move to the output side, but 60 has to go back again to the same storage. Then in that case, how it will work for the partial quantity, again it has to be put away, right? So for that, this is second entry. This second entry is for the again put away back to the this thing. Now I'll tell you, for example, 1 second. Yeah, it is 82. 82 it should be there. Wait, not 81.
Kamal, can
Yeah,
you please
one second. 82. One more entry should be there. Where it is?
can you please explain the scenario? I didn't get the scenario exactly what you were saying.
Okay. See, okay. Okay. This entry we'll talk about later. For example, this. See, I'm saying normally for the outbound, now with LOSC you have to pick up, right? We were talking about the inbound, wherein we have to put away, and there is a physical challenge that we have to use elevator or ID point somewhere. It is on the first floor. Same way, if you need to pick up from the first floor and you need to send it against the outbound delivery, right? Now this is the normal case. So you have to use LOSC because there is an elevator coming into picture, ID point coming into picture, physical hurdle is there. Straight away you cannot put away. Now, just to accommodate that you have to pick up from the first floor, you have to use the LOSC. That is the case. Now, how to use LOSC? The key point is again, interim point will remain same as it is. The type and then the configuration which you have showed exactly remain same. But at the same time, this will change this area wherein warehouse number, and then this, if you see, this is source storage type, and then here is the group. Here is the destination storage type, and here is the group. If you see, say so, in case of inbound, the important part was this. If you see 56 AP, 56 AP, because I know that all the storage type which are relevant on the first floor from where I have to pick up, this has to remain same for all LOSC entries, which is relevant for first floor storage type to pick up. But for the pickup, sorry, for the outbound side, the source is important because you have to pick up, right? So I have mentioned, if you see, this entry is 56 AP. The final bin on which from which I will going to pick up, this is the entry source is getting determined 56 AP. And if at all you have to make multiple entries for the interim entries, then you'll keep on repeating 56 AP. Like here we have repeated, if you see. Now I have made only one entry, but only the concept I'm trying to explain you. 56 AP is the source for that pickup. You may mention the group also rightly, because in practical scenario, you will mention the group which will depict the first floor storage type altogether. Probably that would be the case. And then from there, I am saying the interim point, first stage only I am mentioning, which is 0082, which is the storage type. And what is the point? Pick point. We may have elevator also. Now in this case, I was trying to achieve, if at all, like I will not pick up the full pallet, and I have to just reduce the quantity from the pallet. Like for example, full pallet is 100 quantity, and if at all from the 100 you have to remove certain quantity and put it back, and then the left out quantity, which is the desired one, you have to move it further. So with this configuration, I was able to mention the same. I have not run this scenario, Raju sir, I have not run this scenario, but concept wise, this is the case for the partial. If you will not make partial here, not relevant, then straight away, what we were able to achieve in case of inbound, you will be able to achieve for the outbound as an interim stage identification from source 56 AP. But if at all it is partial and all, then these things will come into picture, which I have used for the partial one. Sir, I have not run this scenario, but yeah, I have done this like how it would work in case of setting. I have done. Now it is concept wise. I have got it. I have not run for outbound, Raju sir.
Yeah, Kamal. So that was the interesting part, right?
Yeah.
What you're saying is that like now it becomes two scenarios, right? So
Yes.
consider outbound, which has whole HUs and which needs to go for the outbound delivery. Then straight away it's a LOC scenario, right?
Perfect.
But
yes.
now in a partial case, the situation might come. Okay, I'm picking a partial case, right? So since it's a partial case, so I'll have to do the repacking. So I need to send it to a work center also. Now a
Yes.
work center also
Yes.
comes into play. So
Correct.
it could be the case like my work center is on the same floor where I'm finally storing the product, right?
Correct.
So
Correct.
before moving it to the lift, I need to first move it to the work center, then I will move it to the lift.
Right.
So
So in this case, if you say so, see 56 AP, if at all it is not relevant, for example, or if it is partial, then this pick point you may treat it as work center also. But parallelly, if at all you have one interim stage which is after pick point as a work center, that also be considered as a second entry, and after that elevator will come into picture, same as inbound.
yeah, so yeah, that was I was trying to understand. Like pick point is not something like that, right? Pick point is in this case, my pick point is the lift that I'm referring to. It's not the
No.
work
This
center,
pick
right?
point, no. This pick point is not the lift. This pick point is a temporary arrangement wherein you will pull the entire pallet, because in the same place you cannot segregate. So you will take it out to the pick point, and from there you will just segregate the quantity which is desired, and then accordingly you will move it out.
So my question will be like 0082 is a work center or what?
The 0082 is a storage type for the pick point. You may treat it as work center, but it is a plain pick point.
Role we can give as a pick point in
Yeah.
the storage
Well,
type.
let's do the transaction. You have not done the.
No, sir. For this, I have not done because
Okay,
yesterday night only I have just this mentioned, but I have not done the cycle, sir.
I'll do that. Okay, you want to do that,
Yeah.
or you want?
Yeah, you can go ahead, sir, please.
Okay. Okay, that's. Yeah.
Sir, before we go for the config, may I ask a question, sir?
Wait a minute. Let me complete the configuration scenario. We'll close this and then we'll have a discussion further.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
That will give more clarity. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the stock of this material which we are talking about. So storage bin, then physical stock. Maybe I can say it's kind of an elevator. Yeah, I think we did that scenario with 56 AP.
Yeah, 56 AP we did, but that material there is a sales order and all those stuff, so we have to create.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. Okay, this is 56 AP, and then yeah, I think we have 8003 also, all are 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, right? So let's do one thing. I'll tell you one secret of doing ADGI, okay? And I don't know whether it is working or not, //FCWM/ADGI. ADGI means unplanned goods issue. Forget about the topic which we talked about earlier. This is a new topic which I'm going to talk about. So ADGI transaction, what I'm planning to do is I take that HU and then I wanted to do the stock correction. Okay, this is a new topic. So here, my stock is, this movement is 10 pieces. Okay. This is my stock. This is 10 pieces. This is where change layout. Okay. So I can increase right now. Oh, showing as a 20 here, right? Or 10. Okay, 10. So actually all my HUs are different. I just wanted to show you one thing. I wanted to increase this stock to 20. So increase of the stock can happen only two ways, right? One is take the goods receipt and then keep the same material into this HU if possible, then it is going to be 20. Second option, physical inventory. When you are doing the physical inventory, make sure that you do the physical inventory and then increase the stock to 20. But other way around, there is an option out here. In this also, if you want to increase your stock in this HU, you can also make sure that, okay, if it is increasing, I think it should be minus.
Yeah, minus, because you are doing GI, right?
Yeah, 2, then it is going to be, task is changed. See this?
You need to give any post GA, anything? Oh, I think it changed.
Okay, what I did increased the HU stock. This is also option. Recently, I learned from one of the one time. I mean,
so normally, ideally, it should be used for the mismatch of the physical stock because it's
exactly.
got moved.
It's actually,
but ideally, it should be post GI.
GI.
But
It's
minus me, you have given just to increase the stock, right?
Yeah. So I mean, like me, some people are not ready to do the increase of the stock through PI, because PI means I have to create a PI document and then count and then post and then go to difference analyzer and do all these things, right?
Yeah.
So I'm a lazy guy. I don't want to do that. I can do directly post GI.
It's a deadly transaction, Raju. You shouldn't make deadly
transaction.
Okay,
I can increase that. This my stock to right now 32. Okay, like that you can increase it. Even you can also decrease it post GI. But remember, if there is no stock, if there is no HU over here, you cannot increase like this. But at least one quantity should be there. Then only you can do all these things. Okay. So now I zeroed out. So this quantity is zeroed out right now. Okay, this is how increase or increase the quantity from ADGI. It's like life hacking skill. Okay.
Is there like anything for inbound area also?
Exactly. Okay. So I'll come to the point. Okay. Right now.
No, this is for the inbound only, right? We have increased the quantity, right?
Yeah.
Minus, if you give it is for the inbound, and if you give like it's a goods issue, right? If you give plus, then it will reduce the quantity.
Okay, it will work for both. Sorry.
Both, yeah, it will work for both.
Okay, let me talk about the present scenario now. Okay.
Yeah.
So right now my stock is in 2020. Okay. So let's take my full pallet for this 700,650. Like slash and BA01. I don't know whether it is going to work. That is something I will keep it. Mm, So go to shipping. Schedule lines is already there for 10/5. Today is a holiday, right? That is okay. And then I'll go to here. Edit incompletion log. Or 2, 3 incompletion logs. Oh, sorry. 2, 3. So I created a sales order. I'm creating delivery for 15th day just for 20. Okay, I was thinking this will be a full pallet, right? According to the stock what we have. Let's see. 20. And go to PRDO transaction. And then see any warehouse order creation rule existing for this. No, 2010. I think it's going to create a task automatically. Yes. See, there's no where WCR rules.
It created 2 tasks, huh?
No, it's created one.
Okay.
It's taking complete pallet, okay? Pallet to GI
Okay,
zone
full
is
palette.
fine.
Okay.
There is no warehouse order creation rule, that's fine. And then it's going to GI zone directly. Let's see how this H2 is going to behave in the monitor. I think you already given this saying that it has to go to GI zone directly, if I'm not wrong, correct? If it is a full pallet.
Yeah, if it is a full pallet, if it is partial, then only it will go to PPIC point.
So now it went to pallet to GI zone, there is no issue. And then what I'm planning to do is I do the goods issue for this. Maybe loading, maybe the goods issue. This is done 20, okay? Let's create once again 5 quantity. 5, I mean, 5 is a partial, right?
Yes.
In my case, there is no quantity with
No HUH 5,
there is no
yeah,
HUH
correct.
5. So let's do one thing. I'm just 1168. Edit and execute. How my system is going to be. Looks like task also created for this. Yeah. Okay. I think 113. Let's see 113. What is my stock color? One three is a 20. Okay. 20. Let's see. Warehouse task. Okay. I think it's not working POSC now like this, LOSC, because failure 2, it's going to entire only 5 in the background.
There is no waiting task. There should have been a waiting task.
It should have been a waiting task. Okay, let's see.
I think the same happened for me also, sir. Last week I was telling, no?
Warehouse task is created something over here, 361,
Okay.
and 360 is confirmed. What is
Yeah,
this?
just check.
Let's see what is. Okay, instead of the HU, I'll go with. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not see this with the HU. This is the one I have to see. Today's date.
Only open task, right?
Something. Okay, I think it is directly going with the. It's not working with respect to LOSC. You entered the table, right?
Yeah, just that table entry I did for the partial this one.
Yeah.
Pick point for 0082, and I create the bin also, I guess. Yes. And
High point is created, no, right?
yeah, pick point is also created. Just check, because yesterday I created pick point also.
Maybe bin and all is available, right? Pick point bin and all.
Yeah,
1 second, sir. I'll come over.
Kamal, just check bin is available or not. Sometimes pick point bin is not created.
He said he created.
I created, okay.
Yeah, created.
Okay, so you said if it is source is 56 AP, if it is a partial, go to here. P point.
With 3030 WBT, yeah, it's fine.
4 MBT you have created. MBT should not be there.
Yeah, sir, MBT, because it was there, so just if you can remove, like last time, in the put away it was the constant storage bin type was mentioned.
Put away means because final bin is that one, right? So
Yeah, we can remove that.
So
pick point not required.
Partial, it's a partial. 56 AP. It should go to 82. I think bin cannot include it to my instance. Let's see, slash.
ఇది 9938
Raju sir, can you mute everyone?
So LS02 pick point. So here, let's see. Okay, not do it. So that's okay. So in the layout storage control, H2 pick point 3030 go. It is not going. 60p. Are we missing something on here? Not. Let's try again.
The available stock is already in the HU with more quantity, right? Raju sir?
It's directly going to the it should pick complete quantity of this handling unit.
Raju sir, just can we do one thing instead of partial, just remove, make not relevant. Then ideally it should go to pick point for all cases, right? Then we will do the partial one. Then we'll identify what is the problem.
Maybe yeah, we can also do that. Very NGU.
So the whole HU also will go.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
pick
Because
point.
partially I just tried because that was the case, but ideally without.
For
not
me
relevant
also partial was not working. I told in the beginning of the call, right?
Okay, okay.
Yeah, partial is not working for me.
No, it could work. Yeah, we did many times. Let me check that here in the document. Maybe we did something different.
Okay, Raju sir, I got it. Huh? Sorry.
You got it, huh?
For the partial, we need to make sure that the left out quantity should go back to the same. The second entry should also be required for that, which I have not done.
No, that can be done manual also. Leftover we can do with ADHU and manually move. Not required. Leftover is not required. You can do manual also. Manually you can create a ADHU and move it. Table level.
But yeah, actually, yeah, at least it should go to the pick HU, pick point at least.
Yes.
This entry.
No, when you maintain the table, no, the full HU will come into the pick point, and you are going to break the HU, will take the required quantity. Remaining leftover, you do manual ADHU and put into the source bin.
Yeah, okay.
Not required.
Okay. Storage control. If it is, what is this? Full pallets via big point. Change the settings for that. So here, warehouse number, source storage type empty and full continue. Just like your string 82. So I think you did the same thing.
Yeah, this is the one.
And then this entry you forgot, right?
Yeah, this entry I have not done, sir. For the second entry.
This is for what? The second one?
This is just leftover to send it back.
But yeah, that is not mandatory now.
Yeah, even I agree. That is not mandatory. It should work at least. Like it should go to.
It should still go to pick point, right?
Yeah. After that, we can take a call.
Yes.
Yeah, that is right. Why it is not going to the pick point? That is the case.
Where is that? You maintain 56.
Yeah, this is the one, sir. Yeah.
So 56 AP. This is what the entry you have done. Source. You already done this. This is what one is source storage type and destination type. This is for destination, yeah. Because it has not come out of this section.
So yeah, look for this pick point also. What is setting? I'm not sure because anyhow it is not going. No, that there's no point. Okay.
Let's try this now. If it works. So, Okay, something is coming into the picture. Okay, so this is 113 for 3 pieces. So 113, there is a quantity of 12 is going to this one. The 113 same thing is referring to 15 is for pick point and 3 is for directly GI zone. Okay, is that okay? So let me show you the stock now.
It's working now?
It's okay.
Okay. So what are the, because of which one it was working? I think because of that storage bin type, right?
No.
Storage bin type, and then the in the main storage type pick point was not active.
Okay. Main storage pick point was not active.
Not active, so it was not considering.
Okay.
So
Okay.
my physical stock 113. There is 113. 113 is having stock now 15. Okay. 113 has having 15, but I need what I'm doing is it's taken full palette for another situation. You can see with 10, 15, 30 is taken full palette. Okay, this is rolled out. And 10 is over. Then what it is doing? 15, 23 also taken 10, 23 and 30. 30, 20, right?
Yeah.
This 20 has gone. Remaining I have, how much I have?
25, 5.
5, right? So what
Yeah.
it was doing is, it is bringing entire 15 to the pick point. Okay? Entire, where is that? Automatic reset. Entire 15 to the pick point here. And then 12 it was trying to keep it in the GI zone. And then, no, not 12, I think 3. 3 was trying to keep it in the GI zone for 159. Mine is 70, right?
Yeah, 70.
Let me do one thing.
Just change this quantity. It should, like, we will see the config, like this calculation later. At least we will see the concept first.
Yeah.
Because 25 is going unnecessary too many things.
Let's see one thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it is 170. Everything is 170. So we'll complete this full palette. Okay. This is 10.
Yeah, if you see the 25 is there, sir. 10, 12, 3. 25, if you see 3.
Yeah, 10 is going to GI zone.
Yeah, and 3 directly going to, yeah. If you see 10, 12, and 3, 25.
10, 10. No,
10,
what is
12,
this
and 3 for 170.
No, this is an open task. Why it is going over here?
That has to go back to the bin, right? Only 3 we record, no?
Yeah, I'll do one thing. I'll complete this one first. GI zone 10 pieces. Okay.
Okay.
So now 10 is completed in this. And then I have one more to pick point 10. Where is the other 10? This is the 10. 15 is coming over here. In that, 12 is going to GI zone. Background. Total 15 has come to the pick point now because it is partial. And this is open. 10 plus 12, 22, right? Confirming the background. So another 3. Where is that 3? Another 3 here. If I want to send this 3, I need to take 3 first. 10 first to the pick point. I think it is divided into different tasks. Maybe it's not the correct way of showing to you guys. quantity is sufficient, but it was confused, right?
Yeah.
It was confused. Right now, my pick point contains 2 H2s, I think. So let me check that. Okay, let me do one thing.
Just sir, can we say one partial quantity from one HU itself? So at least.
Yeah,
it would be-
exactly. That's what I
Yeah.
want to show you now.
Yeah.
Go to warehouse.
Because it is working fine. Just you need to understand this.
It's working fine.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
L01M. I forgot about the earlier scenario. Just now we'll see this scenario. I'll take 6 pieces. That is a partial quantity. So now refresh my monitor. When I refresh, it will create 2 tasks. Okay. 1547 in the monitor is this one. It's a full palette according to my palette structure. So now what it is doing, it is bringing entire 10 to the
Yes,
big point.
and then 6 open task is there for 6 perfectly. fine.
Exactly. And then its open task is there. I'm going to confirm pick point to GI zone. So it's working. So from pick point, I have 3 HUs right now. Okay. Earlier 2 HUs and this one. Slash and slash FTW slash ADHU. I'll give the pick point out here storage bin. P point. That's another way to also do that. So this is my 547. And I say to go to 56 AP. Let's see what it is going to happen. So it created one warehouse order. What's happening over here? Where is my monitor? Okay. It's directly going from pick point to pallet. It's 4 pieces. The balance 4 pieces.
Yeah, yeah, for balance 4 piece, yes.
Why it is not going to ID point? Any guesses?
ID point is only for picking now.
It is put away, sir. It is happening put away, right? We are putting 4 quantity back to the bin, right?
Okay, it has to go via ID point. Maybe the table is not mapped from this pick point to the ID point, right?
Yes, yes.
No, not like that. I'll tell you.
The activity is different, right?
Because you are taking the process type is different, sir. 9999. That the process type is 3030, sir.
Yeah, maybe let me go to that point and explain you guys. Okay, earlier this is my pallet storage, right? You saw that when I clicked on the pick point active for the storage type, then only it went to pick point, correct?
The ID point also you need to take, right?
ID point also need to be active. That's the reason.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
This is the main storage right now. This is the main storage.
Main storage type, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the reason it is not going. But remember, every time it has to go to ID point. Okay.
No, but that entry is also required, sir. Which ID point? That entry is also required.
Yeah,
right?
the ID point. But if I activate right now, what will happen? It will go to ID point and then elevator 2, elevator 3, and then
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't active, but just I want to give you knowledge.
Yeah, got it.
I want to make sure that. Okay, next. There is one more hit to write. In this pick point, there is one more hit to 5330 530.
So this was from the previous delivery, sir.
The previous deliveries, yeah.
Yeah, because left out quantity was there in that.
Left out quantities. Okay, this is also going to. Now it will become a full pallet here. Please remember that. That 4 quantity is a full pallet now, and 7 is also full pallet. Even though it is not 10 quantity, whatever you kept on the pallet is become a full pallet in the high rack or pallet storage. It is in the LOS.
Right, right.
Okay, now I'll go to monitor and refresh. It is stop. Now 7 and 4 also part of.
Perfect. Yes.
Okay, let's try that lullaby by changing this. How it is going to be?
That ID point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Raju, one thing only. So what you mentioned was that 56 AP ID point was not active. So that's the reason it's not moving through ID points, right?
It's not active, but what I did maintain in that configuration for the footer. Why I maintained, how I maintained, let me show you that. Right now I'm activating here also. So here, when I'm activating an ID point for that particular 56 AP, I mentioned that if that material is from this source storage type, then only it has to go to ID point.
Yeah, so the 082 as a entry we have to maintain.
What I maintained over here, if it is coming from 9010, it has to go to ID point.
Yeah.
But if it is not coming from 9010, it has freely go to this thing. That means from any storage type, if it is coming, it will not go to ID point. That is not a safer type. Please remember. Why it is not safer side? ID point is helpful for you to check the weights and volume, whether my 56 AP can able to
accommodate the same, yeah, sir.
Accommodate that weight and volume in that particular. So it should be like that.
Okay, so Raju, what I'm understanding is like my 56 AP, right? If I'm activating ID point for that, so that change is specific to that storage type only, right? Or does it mean that for this storage type means whenever some movement will occur, so it has to move through identification point. So I'm confused regarding that.
I'll answer. See, first point is 456 AP. If you want to consider ID point, you have to take that. Second point, in this table, you have to make sure from which source location, if it is coming, then only it will consider. See, first, anyhow, you have to have a ID point tagged. That is the first primary thing. Second thing, depending upon this table, in which case it will trigger. Both conditions should meet. So if at all the source is not 9010, like in this our case, it was 0082 as an interim. That is the reason ID point did not trigger. In this case also it will not trigger now because we have not made that entry. 0082
is not
as
in
a
the
source
LOS.
we have to make.
Yes, it was not in the LOC table. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but 9010 we haven't checked that, means we haven't made the checkpoint of ID point active, right?
No. Source, you see, the final
source
source
we
you have
mentioned.
to.
Only source we will check that ID point and
But
pick.
one specific source only, it will go to ID point. That was
Not the interim one, yeah.
Interim,
So now
the storage type role will be there, but not as the ID point pick point check.
I think meaning in SAP you can do a lot of things here. When you have the this, see this, I have taken 7 from here. 2 is going to my GI zone. Let's confirm this. So remaining 5 is in my pick point now. Let's do ad hoc movement of. Let's see how it is going to behave. Yes.
But sir, ID point still will not trigger, right?
Let's see.
Yeah, because that entry is not there.
Pick point to pallet. Directly going to this point. But I maintain the table, right?
No, you did not maintain. 0082, that source you have to change, right?
Yes.
That interim entry we have not maintained.
Maintained, huh? Big
No,
point.
I did that, right?
No, so you have not.
See this? If it is 82 to this one, it has to go to pick point.
One
Height
second,
one.
one second, one second. 0,
Is there something
0,
wrong I maintained here? If it is 81 to 56 AP, this one, 82 to 56 AP, it go to here.
82, not relevant.
82, no, it is from 82, right? Oh, 82 is interim, right?
82,
Correct,
82
correct.
is
Okay, okay, you maintained.
Yeah, then it is fine, I think so. 82.
The only thing I can say is that there is no WPT that you have maintained. Which warehouse task should be contained? Means by using which WPT?
No, it should be.
No, for ID point not required.
Should use this.
Okay. But sir, in this case, a valid point is because the normal cases from GR zone, it is 1010 is getting triggered, right? Now it is entry movement, right?
So you mean to
This
say
is the
that
warehouse task. Probably in that case, the warehouse task is missing, right? He is right. Because normally for the put away, the initial was 1010, you remember?
is that you
So
want
that
to
ID point was working. Probably, yeah. Well, warehouse task type is not getting determined in this case because it is entry movement back to that.
nothing. Okay, let's see. I'll cancel this, okay?
Yeah. We need normal entry. Why it is blank? Because it is getting determined with the normal standard warehouse process type 1010.
Okay. Maybe I'll come out of the screen again and then come.
So probably the type here should be 3030, not this one.
Yeah,
Because it's entry only, right? Transfer.
Right, storage bin, right? Sorry.
Yeah, Raju, before you make this means, can you change the entry to 3030 because it's an internal moment?
Let's see. No issue. Yeah. That is right. It's still not working. I'll change it to 3030 again. Peak point to high point, it is going here. 999. Peak point to ID point, it is going. And then, but ID point to destination, where is my destination? Is it going to create now?
There is no open task for that, no? From ID point to destination.
ID point to destination. Oh my God, a lot of things are waiting over here. It's a 1530 is mine. So 999 to go to 56 AP. It will create two tasks. The story begins. Oh, okay. Are you maintain that X, double X.
Yeah. Now it will trigger the entire thing which we did for inbound.
What happened?
No, this entire thing, see, sequencing we have done for the inbound, right? 4 stages.
Okay.
So in sequence, it is getting triggered for that, right?
Reverse scenario, right?
Okay.
Because the source of final destination been put away same, right? So it will follow the entire loop.
Correct.
Okay. See,
So Raju, means that was in my mind, means currently we are not in a position to differentiate based on the activity as well, right? Because in the normal scenario, what we were doing was an inbound process, right? So, but if my warehouse on the same area, on the same means on the second floor, I'm just doing an internal movement. So in that case,
is that user 7, user 27?
We can have a WPT also, no? In the table.
No, WPT is not required here.
But I had the same issue, sir. In doing outbound, it is reading the inbound table and doing the reverse way.
Who is using SAP 29? E134, 331, yeah, somebody 67. I am killing with my gun. Oh, 0081. Yeah, think storage. Yeah, I'll remove that 56 AP with AP. ID point active, I'll remove it. Okay, let's see how it is going to behave now.
Yeah, this happened to me also. While doing outbound, it is reading inbound one.
Yeah, let's do again VL01N. So what I'm planning to do is I'll take partial again, and then full palette will come. We'll go to this thing. 5 is going to pick point, and then GI zone is 3. Then it will be like this. So now from pick point, I have to move some top over there. 80, 88. So let's see now. 8 plus. So it will create 2 error paths. Now it is working.
So the ID point check was causing this, right?
Hmm.
In the storage type level.
So now it is going to I point. From I point, it will go to again to the elevator, some elevator 2. So in this case, I think yesterday we were discussing, right? My pick point is in the first floor, ground floor itself. So that's the reason it is using elevators. Confirm in the background. And then my elevator 2 is the first and elevator 3 is the next.
So, sir, here in this case, ID point check is active is not necessary, right, sir?
No, exactly. You are right. Absolutely right. ID point tick box is not necessarily to be active. A table entry is going to play a major role.
Okay, sir. But in pick point, it has to be active.
Pick point should be active, yeah, because it is coming from the starting point, right?
Okay, so inbound ID point check is not required for the intermediate storage type in the storage type level, correct? It's not mandatory.
56 AP is the final bin. It's not required to activate.
Yeah.
ID
Final.
point.
Okay.
Okay. I think it's working. It's good that lot of things we tested today. Productive session, I think. Yeah. Now, Surjit, you have a question, right? You forgot or you remember?
No,